One of our own is getting married in Suleja. So my voice might change. You know, fathers, this way we speak. So I'm the father of the day and the chairman of the occasion later. Please celebrate me. Yes, I'm so excited and I'm happy to attend weddings a lot. So if you are single here, and when I like dragging this agbada, it's making me feel myself. But if you are single here, please start talking to a single sister here. So who knows before the end of this year? Who knows? Another father of the day may happen. Please celebrate yourself, everyone. So you all know that the whole of this month, for those of you who don't understand, every month we have a focus to develop on. Every single month, because there are so many areas that requires development in our lives. So every month we do have a focus to improve. Every month we do have something that we pay attention to and improve in our day-to-day life. And this month we started the conversation of emotional intelligence. Last month, who can remember what we dealt with? Execution intelligence, right? Moving all your intentions to what? Execution, which means that you will no longer tell yourself those delays, those fear of failures, fear of success, fear of all those things. We touched that last month, and this month we heard a lot of testimonial from our people who started their initiative. Some have been procrastinating a vision they've had for more than 15 years, for more than 7 years. And last month, they started it. Please put your hands together. Because we understand that the greatest tragedy is not death, but what we allow die inside of us while we are still alive. So we did that last month, treated it, and people started innovation. People scaled up their business. People took that step they have always wanted to take, and today they are happy they did that. And this month, we are talking about emotional intelligence. And every last Saturday of the month, we usually turn that into a question and answer section where all what was taught, in fact, we've touched a lot. All what was taught from beginning to the end, we ask questions on that, how to manage situations, and that is what we're going to be doing today. Please, one more time, put your hands together for yourself. So could you, can someone take that for me so you can project the Slido? Project Slido for me. We are currently connected with our branch in Edo State. Please celebrate, please. I want them to hear you over there. Celebrate everyone in Benin City, Edo State, currently connected to us. XRISLID Engineering Group is in Abuja. XRISLID Engineering Group is in Edo State. XRISLID Engineering Group is in Benue State. This weekend, Benue is having their graduation for those who are joining the, we also have a school, an institution. And this weekend, Benue State, they are doing their graduation, meaning new set of people are coming into the family. Please celebrate that. And we have a branch in Kaduna. We can even start mentioning schools. Fulafia in Nasarawa State, we have a chapter there. Do you know what we're trying to do? We are trying to rewrite personal development. We are trying to change the narrative, because if people think about personal development, do you know what comes to their mind? Seminars, conferences. And these are things that we do intermittently. It's not consistent. But guess what? The things distracting you are consistent. The things that are wallowing your mind not to become that person is consistent in your life. So you cannot combat what is consistent with what is intermittent. You need consistency of personal development. I think there is a place in the Christian book that says faith cometh by hearing, and just the continuous process of that thing, that is how you become. So we are rewriting personal development. We want to change it in Africa. When people say, I belong to this church or this mosque to build my spirits, that is fine. I belong to this gym to build my body. I want them to say, in personal development in Africa, I belong to XRISLID Engineering Group. Please put your hands together. So people should appellate personal development to what we are building. So we are rewriting history, and you are welcome to be part of this. One more time, put your hands together. You just put your hands together. So we're going to be taking questions today, and the way we are going to do it, you can do it anonymously. So you can just scan this QR code with your phone. You can type your question, or we could give you the microphone to ask your question. But for our people in Benin, we will not be able to hear you, so you have to use the Slido for this. So pick up your phone, everybody. Pick it up. Go to your camera and scan this QR code, or visit www.slido.com. And when you open that website, you could just type this number there. It will take you to this point where we are going to take our question and answer. Let me leave the screen so I don't interrupt you. It's going to be an amazing moment today. Please scan the code and drop your question. Once the question starts popping up, we'll start taking them. But I have one question to open the... Am I still in frame? We have a question already? Okay. Okay. Number one question says, is it possible to manage other people's emotions? If yes, how can we regulate the anger of others? That's a very beautiful question. Now, there's something we teach in emotional intelligence. Hello, everybody. Let me read the question one more time. Is it possible to manage other people's emotions? If yes, how can we regulate the anger of others? Now, in emotional intelligence, there is something called the jurisdiction of control, or the dichotomy of control. Now, when you understand the dichotomy of control, you will understand that there are things I can control and there are things I cannot control. Do you agree with me? There are things you cannot control. You cannot control the weather. Though I think they told us about a man who told his son to stand still and told him not to move for 6 hours. But there are things you cannot control. So, to rushly answer this question, you cannot control or manage other people's emotion. But, here's the clause. You can contribute to pacify what comes out of them. So, for instance, now, if he's hard bent on getting angry, I cannot control if he will get angry or not. But I can try. But it's not within my control to say he will not be angry tomorrow. Because if he chooses to be angry tomorrow, he will be angry. If he chooses to be upset tomorrow, he will be upset. So, quote and unquote, you don't have the full control of that. But you can try to, and sometimes when the person is willing, when you try, then it is very possible. But it's not within your absolute jurisdiction of control. Does that make sense? I know we're going to have a lot of questions, so we're going to rush it. What do you do when all that you have been taught is not effective and you keep finding yourself angry? What do you do? Everything that we have been teaching from the beginning of this month, error. I know my Benin people will laugh now. They will laugh at that Benin because it's not correct. Oh, but is it correct? Is it correct? Error. It's not correct. Okay. So, what do you do when all you have been taught, we have been telling you, 10 seconds silence, keep a pause, build inner equanimity, build tranquility. It's not working. Now, let me tell you. The problem here is that you think growth is in fireworks. Growth is in fraction, not in fireworks. How many of you here see your nails grow? Do you see them grow? But it grows, right? How many of you here, you see your hair when it grows? Did you see it? So, your hair, do they grow? Good. So sometimes we have appellated growth to instantaneous. That is, if it doesn't happen as a miracle, it's not a miracle. If it's not, boom, take it, then it's not a miracle. But truly, growth is in systems. So you will not just expect someone who is a lion and then you say, I want to start eating grass, and you believe that you will change after 1 month of class. It's not possible. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So for this person, I know what you have been taught. Now you know what to do, but it's not easy. You can't just bend yourself to become. It's not as easy as that. It takes continuous process. It is not practice that gives perfection. It is practicing. Can I say that one more time? It is not practice that gives you perfection. What gives you perfection? And practicing is a continuous process of a thing. So what has created this you was continuous practicing. To undo this you need intentional practice. So we don't expect you to just immediately become that person. But now you know what to do. You start taking intentional steps. You start gradually morphing. It's not a miracle. It's not, what we are doing here is not, you just become emotionally intelligent. It doesn't happen like that. Does that answer the question? Can we move on to the next question? What do you do? Okay, we've taught this. Okay. How do you get, please, could you confirm if they can hear us over there in Benin? Can they hear us over there in Benin branch? Good. The person there should chat us up and let us know if they are following very well. How do you get over certain addiction? Beautiful. Please put your hands together for this question. Put your hands together. Put your hands together for this question. I love this question. How do you get over certain addiction and other distraction and, okay? How do you get over certain addiction and other distractions and focus more on what's important, like building your future and life and general? Okay, I understand the question now. There are two questions here. How do you get over certain addiction? And I strongly believe that many of us don't know that you cannot subtract something from your mind. Can I say that one more time? You cannot, in the mathematics or arithmetics of mind engineering, the board mass of mind engineering, you cannot subtract. We all know the board mass now, bracket of division. So there are things you can do to your mind. Okay? And subtraction is not one of them. You can add new information to your mind. You can multiply an information. But you can never subtract something from your mind. Can we try it? Try not to think of the president of Nigeria. Try not to think of the governor of your state. Okay, try not to think of your mom or your dad. Try not to think of your brother or your sister. And I can tell you, without being a necromancer or a prophet or having the psychic gift of clairvoyance, I can tell you that you practically thought of what I told you not to think of. True of us? So you cannot subtract a thing from your mind. There's only one thing that you need when you talk about mindset reprogramming. You add and multiply. That's the board mass of mind engineering. So in other words, let me give you an instance now. I am addicted to this crack. I'm addicted to this. Now that addiction, just to put this up there, most people think those who do drugs are those who are having addiction issues. Have you seen, let me tell you, there are people who are always broke, yet they have data to come online. You are addicted to that. Because by all means, you will borrow. You will look for, you will beg. There is nothing that differentiates you from someone who carries. Because you are broke. Your body is, I need to come online. I need to see what Instablog and Today Ed not posted. I need to go on TikTok. So it's itching you. And then you don't even have money, you will borrow. MTN will give you the opportunity. You can borrow 1,500 now. You know yourselves. You have not eaten or you want to come online. That's an addiction too, but we don't talk about it. An addiction of, before I go to bed, let me keep scrolling. You are scrolling your phone. I will sleep in the next 10 minutes, 30 minutes you are there. 1 hour you are there. That's an addiction. You can be addicted that anytime you see anything under the sketch, you don't have. That's an addiction. That is an addiction. So addiction is not only entirely about people who just simply take drugs. No. Don't think like that. You might be addicted to something and you may not even know it. So when we talk about addiction, we're not talking about one spectrum of things. Let me tell you something I've come to realize. You see, the brain understands repetition. I know. If you are here, you find it hard to read books. Let me see your hands. It's not your fault. If you pick up a book, after 1 or 2 pages, you are bored. The title is powerful. You use your money to purchase the book. When you enter the bookshop, sorry, I'm dragging my father. I'm the father of the day. So, please clap for me now. One of our staff and associate is getting married in the next 1 or 2 hours. In fact, as I speak to you now, he's already saying I do. So we are going there to dance later. So, and I'm the father and the chairman of the occasion. Easy. So, if you are here, let's go back to the conversation. You are here, you always find it hard to read books. There is an addiction that is causing that ripple effect. You don't know. The addiction is your phone. And can I tell you why? You see, number one, you have built your mind to stay glued to a screen, not a paper. In 50, 60 years ago, people preferred to read. People love to read. People say, I'm a bookworm. Right? You say, who are you? I'm bookworms. You love to read books, right? There are people like that. I don't know if there are still much now in our society, but they should still be there. But you have taught your mind something, that I can only stay glued when it is a screen. That is why you can watch a movie for 4 hours. You can watch season movies. You pick up your phone. If you pick up your phone and then you start watching, you can watch a movie. Everything now has a screen. So, and then secondly, when you hold your phone and go to social media, you know what happens? Your mind understands one thing, flip. So videos are no longer more than 30 minutes, 30 seconds, or 1 minute. So after every 1 minute, you have conditioned your brain to do what? To swipe. And you are in a page, you need 2 minutes to finish that page. So in the first 2, 3 lines and paragraph, your mind is already bored. Because your mind understands a certain rhythm. Swipe after 20 seconds. I don't like this one. Swipe, 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 swipe. Now you are holding a book. The first page, you need 3 minutes to read that first page. And after the first paragraph, you are bored. I will just continue later. But you see, you cannot deduce that same attention and put it into the things that you need. So when we're talking about these things, these are all addictions. But let's not deviate from this conversation. People say, how can I overcome certain addiction? Like I said earlier, you cannot subtract from the mind. In other words, if I have this belief, no laying of hands can undo this belief to become something else. The only way to dislodge a belief is to introduce a new belief. Can I say that one more time? The only way to dislodge, exorcise, and exhume old beliefs is to do what? Introduce new belief. Now, what happens? This question is also in consonance with the first question I answered earlier. So someone wants to come out of addiction, or they want to work on distraction. What do? Let's talk about the addiction. Introduce yourself to something that will release that same dopamine you release that you get from that thing. It may not automatically overshadow it yet. It could be going to the gym. It could be playing a sport. Go and learn badminton, lawn tennis, golf. It could be getting yourself engaged with something and make sure you love it, not something they are forcing you to do. So when you get involved with that particular thing, it starts with 2 processes. As you are trying to grow the new belief, try to reduce the old one. If you used to take 10 crack before in a day, take 8. So as you are depreciating this belief, make sure there is something that you can transmute it to. Because if you depreciate it and there is nothing to transmute it to, it becomes a problem. There will be this desire that you are not feeling, a vacuum inside of you. So it is new belief that you will have to curate. It takes time. It takes time. It's not something that happens in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. No, it takes time. And that is my advice regarding that. This is a whole lot to talk about. But does that 2 cents make sense to you? Doesn't please put your hands together. So I think I talked about distraction and focus. Your brain understands a certain pattern. So it's not necessarily your fault, because you see, the things that distract you, you are addicted to it. You love it so much. And it's not your fault, it's how you are wired. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to intentionally start taking decisions. Do we have a marker so I can show them something? Is there a marker? Check the bag if there's a marker. Is there a marker there? Yes. Okay, let me show you something real quick. Thank you. I need this fan. All right. Now, this is what we're talking about now. This is you. This is your mind. Okay? This is your mind. And in your mind, can you all see the board? Good. This is your mind. Now, let's say this guy here is a giant. This is the one responsible for the crack. Let's say this is Mr. Obed. Okay, they can't see. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. So let's say this is Mr. Obed. This guy here is Obed. And there's another person here. Let's say Pius. This is the new belief now. Now, this is your mind. This is the human mind. Watch me, everybody. Follow this section. This is the human mind. Now, you don't want this guy anymore in your life. You don't want this addiction anymore. Now you want to introduce something new to you. You bring in Pius. Now, right now, there is something in mind engineering called auto-suggestion. Okay? Now, auto-suggestion is a spectrum of mind engineering that what is most dominant in your life, it's your automated response. Hi. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay. I remember the time I pray was raining. I pray mad. I don't know if you remember. You know that you heard it so much that even without your knowledge, you are talking to someone and say, I pray mad. Clock. The one really nice clock it, right? You don't just know when it comes out from your mouth. You did not intentionally say next week or in the next 2 minutes I will say clock it. You don't say it, right? You don't plan it that in the next 60 seconds I will say clock it. But somehow it's now part of your vocabulary that it comes out. So those things that comes out without your intentional thinking or logical point is your automated part of you. So when we say your automated part of you, that's it. For instance now, if you are walking in let's say on the street and someone touches you, based on your experience, you might want to turn back, especially if it's a rough hand and the hand of a man as a lady, and someone just touches you. There's something that will just want you to just turn and give that person a slap, if that is your automated response. Because maybe you have gone through something that will prepare that response to be automated. That before you already give the person that slap before you realize that he's 6'2" tall with bigger bone frame and bigger body mass. So that's your automated what? Response. So at this point, even now that this guy said, I don't want Obed anymore, which is this old belief, and there's a new belief now, at this point, his automated response will still be controlled by who? Obed. Because who is the most dominant here? Obed. So by the time I start starving Obed a little, I used to give him 1 million. And then I start giving him 8 million. I used to take 10 crack. Or I used to soapy 5 one night. No, let's be, we don't have to, we're all adults, okay? I used to soapy 5 times and then I now start doing 2. Okay? As you are starving this guy, as you are starving Obed starts getting shorter. Start reducing. Okay? Then you start improving this new belief. Giving it time and attention. Growing it. And then it starts, as at this point, even when you now know you want to change yourself, this person still becomes, Obed will still rule for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 months. And let me tell you where many people give up. Is when Obed and Pius gets to the same heights. That is, Obed is now in a certain level. This new belief is now in a certain level. This is where a lot of people give up. Because that is at that point you get into a phase called the battlefield of the mind. Meaning, choose that which day whom you we serve. So Obed will show up. For the last 10 years, I've been ruling this guy. You, this small boy. And then Pius shows up and say, I know I may be new, but it needs me more. So at that time, it takes discipline. Effort. This is where effort comes in. So if you can, by 1 inch, increase this new belief or this new addiction that will empower your life. Have you not seen people who are addicted to learning? Have you ever seen them? Have you seen that people who are addicted to learning? Every conference you find them there, they are not fine, they are there. Do you understand what I'm saying? I remember many years ago then in church, I was a child, even down to women convention. All the women come this evening to pray. I will show up. Women will be holding their breasts. I just love when they are always gathering to teach or to do something. They'll say, all the women wait behind. We have a meeting this evening and we're going to teach something to the women. I will prepare myself and just want to be there. And when I'm entering, I'm saying, my mom is coming. I will sit down there. Women will be holding. They'll be praying. Me, I will be. So I'm just trying to say that there are people who are addicted to things that will improve them. I'm telling you, it is possible to be addicted to things that will improve you. How many of you here, you are addicted to a sport or going to the gym? If you don't do it for like 2 to 3 days, it's like you are falling sick. That's an addiction to things that will improve your life. So they are all addictions. So addiction is not the problem. It's what you are addicted to that is the problem. Please put your hands together. Where are we now? Okay. What is the difference between emotional manipulation and genuine emotional influence when leading or collaborating with others? Serious question. Serious question. I wish this person can introduce themselves because I have some questions to ask before we go into the question. Because, okay, you are the person. Please give her the mic. Put your hands together for her. Because I want to understand. When I understand, the best way to be understood is to first of all understand, right? So I want to understand. What is the difference between emotional manipulation and genuine emotional influence when leading or collaborating with others? I truly want to understand the spectrum of the question. So maybe you can give me an example or just explain it further to me. Thank you.
Good afternoon, engineering minds.
Good afternoon.
Okay, the question, what is the difference between emotional manipulation and genuine emotional influence when leading or collaborating with others? Okay, let's say, I don't know how to explain this question actually, but let me try.
Try, please.
For example, I'm a leader or I'm leading people.
Okay.
And then I tend to should I say manipulate them? Not in a bad way, but it feels to them as a manipulation in a bad way.
Okay.
But to me, it feels like it's more of emotional intelligence. And then maybe I might feel like probably I'm smarter because I'm a leader. So that's what I just want to
Give me an example of what you call emotional manipulation. Like an example, if I tell them that they should pay their tithes, but I need the title, is that what you mean? Like, give me an example of what you mean.
Okay, let's use the aspect of maybe, let's say in the church. For example, okay, I'm a leader in the church.
Okay.
And then I tend to tell people, okay, I don't know how to put this question, I don't know the right word to
Okay.
use. But let's say,
You know, I'm trying to understand the question because I know the question is a lot. When you say emotional manipulation and genuine emotional influence, it confuses me. I understand manipulation and persuasive communication. There's a way I can persuade you with communication. It can be seen as manipulation. Let's take this question now. The question says, is my reluctance to trust others right away unhealthy? Is it unhealthy to trust people right away? If you are for yes, let me see your hands. It's unhealthy to trust people right away. Okay. It's not unhealthy. It's okay to trust people. What did I say the first time? If it's unhealthy, let me see your hands. Let me see it again. Okay, it's not unhealthy. Let me see your hands. I think when we come to that point of realization in life, that we are all made up of our experiences, exposure, education, and environment. Are you still here, everybody? One of the things the brain understands is pattern. Somebody say pattern. Say it one more time. Say pattern. As a lady who has experienced something before, she trusted someone that let her guard down. So, in that question, whether is it right, is it okay to, when we were born, we do children naturally trust everybody? Do children trust everybody? Is it everybody that can carry your child? It depends on what? The child. But in the generic sense, there are some children that they will look at you. Once you get close, they start crying. Meaning, this is a threat. Now, which insecurity has that child been through? A child who is just a year, fresh from the womb, no experience. That child's heart has never been broken. Nobody has told the child that I love you and then broke the child's heart. But the child is not accepting orders. Let me tell you, we are all programmable beings. And there is no way the past cannot be an indication for the future. The greatest prophecy of the future is the past. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So people will always think of their past and use their past as a prerequisite for the future. So whether you think it is healthy, oh, the person who answered this question is an angel. Please put your hands together for that individual. Pius, please take over. Whether you think it is unhealthy or healthy, I believe that trait is you actually protecting yourself. Okay? That trait is you actually protecting yourself. Like I told you, anger itself, trust issues. That's why, you see, when people ask the wrong question during first dates. What's your favorite color? What do you need that for? Are you studying color psychology? Are you studying color psychology? Because the only reason why you need that, okay, maybe for gifts, okay, that's fine. But maybe why you need that is maybe because with colors, I can tell how you think. If you're always wearing black, I can tell how you think. If you're always wearing blue, like for instance, if you see doctors or surgeons, they're always on blue ribbon or scrub, right? They're always on blue. You know why? Blue translates trust, meaning trust me. It's called color psychology. When you see black, there's something it signals to you. When you see white, and see, men, when you are going to ask for a lady's hand in marriage and you're going to say her father, wear whites. There's something called color psychology. So somehow when you just see blue, you just feel this trust that you don't know where it's coming from. You just believe that the surgeon will do well. That's why you can open yourself and you can be unconscious that they are tearing your body. Why do they have to change to that color? There's just so many. Green says something to you. So why do you need that? We ask so many questions that we don't need during the first date. And I think we need to start asking important questions. Trying to know what people have been through. Do you love your father? No, it's not now to say because she doesn't love her father and I will run away from her. You now need to know how to handle her. Was your father there? My father was not there for me. Now you now know that the way you dealt with your ex is not the same way you will deal with this person. These are questions you should ask. Did you always feel held? Did your father call you a princess, or he always told you should get out of his sight? The lady who grew up and the father was always saying, come here, my princess, come here, my princess, and the one who the father will be conquered, go and watch that plate. We are not trained guests in this house. The lady those two ladies, they don't grow up to become the same person. One will need validation a lot than the other. So, meaning they will need reassurance. If in 2 days you have not told them, I love you, something starts telling them that this man doesn't love me anymore. And then they will always need reassurance. So these are some critical questions to ask. Because for instance now, this person who answers this question, is it just me protecting myself? Yes, it's you protecting yourself. And it's not anything bad. It's not bad to protect yourself. It's not bad to protect yourself. But let me tell you, if your trust issue relates to business, ideas, innovation, there's so little you can do and become. For instance, one of the things we will share next week in Classified Opportunity is about these shares from Dangote Refinery. Start saving money for that. If you are smart, if you are ready to build generational wealth. So, to some of us, greed, trust issue, will make us miss opportunities too. But it can also protect you. So, trust issue may not be bad, or lack of trust may not be entirely bad, but just so that in your journey in life, there are things you will miss because of that. There are people who will come genuinely. They just want you to flow with them, and then our habitude will just back off. It doesn't necessarily mean that person backed up because they are bad. They may actually be good. So it's just a journey in life. Are you understanding? You will probably miss a lot of things and also prevent a lot of hurts for yourself. But I don't think it is either healthy or unhealthy. Thank you very much. Put your hands together for that. Are you following? Are you learning one or two? What is the next question now? We'll go back to this when is it? Where's the next question? I think. Is it better to be honest or kind Is it better to be honest or kind when the two conflicts? Okay, when the two conflicts one another. I believe that's what the person meant, right? Yeah. Is it better to be honest or kind? Kai, this anonymous person now, there's no name there. Can you help us understand? Is it better? Is the person here, person might be in Benin, might be in the branch in those states. Is it better to be honest or kind? Who think they understand this question? That can help me out. Okay, please give me the mic. Let's see if he understands the question for this person. Is it better to be honest or kind? When you are being honest and kind, conflict itself. Okay. Okay. I think I'm getting the question now. That is, when you are being kind, you mean, will you do anything to please the person? That's that the question? That is anything necessary to please the person. Am I saying it's the person? That is, two people are having an issue with someone, and there's a conflict. Should I just be good? Or should I be too kind to not be... see, the truth is, let me tell you. Hello, everyone. If I don't do it, does it mean I don't have emotional intelligence? No, I don't think so. Let me explain. There's, like I said, emotional intelligence requires balance. You know this kind, nice, is a human thing, no? You are either good or bad. It's God kind. It's the creator. It's good now. It says it's good or bad. Like everything is good. Kind is a human thing. It's a human nature kind of. It's a human psychology. And the truth is, not every situation requires the same formula. For instance, I want to get to the figure 10. If I'm dealing with Obed, I might use 5 plus 5. But when I want to deal with Isaac, it might be 7 plus 4. Huh? 7 plus 4. 7 plus 3, sorry, pardon me. Thank you. Or I want to deal with Amina Evelyn, it might be even 12 minus 2. But my goal is to get to what? 10. So it varies. That is why the same matrix you use in dealing with Mr. A, it's not the same thing you use in dealing with Mr. B. It is that understanding. Because people differ. To you now, I may just say I'm sorry and you forgive me. To someone else, I might say I'm sorry and I might say I'm sorry with a gift. It doesn't mean I'm doing too much. I just know how to respond to them. It doesn't mean I'm doing too much. This person, for instance, a woman who sees words of affirmation or act of service, another one sees love as act of service. If you are married to a woman who sees words of affirmation as an act of service, love language, pardon me, when there's an altercation, you probably meet her, say nice words to her, talk to her, say I'm sorry, she'll probably forgive you because that is her language. But the one who requires act of service, before she wakes up, you have prepared breakfast on bed. That is an apology more to her than I'm sorry. When she wakes up, she sees that you have prepared breakfast, and you give it to her. And before she wakes up, you see that you have, all the children, you dressed them up, you've done everything that was supposed to stress her that day. To her, that is a better apology than I'm sorry. But to another person, I'm sorry is a better apology than all of those things. They will say, hey, so you want to hide it, you want to run away from this, you want to dodge. When you are trying to do all these things to someone who sees words of affirmation as their love language. So people differ. So the ability, who can tell me the definition of emotional intelligence? It is the ability to what? Recognize, understand. Sometimes look at the individual. It doesn't matter if we are do anything too is too much. Being too humble is bad. Being too kind is bad. Being too nice is bad. Being too, as in anything that has that adverb too is bad. You understand? But find out what works for your friend, your best friend, your spouse, your colleague, your boss, and then relate it to them. It doesn't mean you are doing too much. It just means that is the way they are wired. But do everything possible to make sure people don't take advantage of you. Because humans are users. That's the truth. I posted something last night by Martin Luther King Jr. He says, no one can ride on your back unless you bend. For anybody to ride on your back, you probably bent. Nobody. If I stand like this, can Isaac ride on my back? For him to ride on my back, I have to do what? So nobody can ride on your back unless you bend. So you have to still bend. They will only be on top. They cannot ride on your back unless you bend. So thank you very much for that question. Let's take another question. Please, I will need some delegates to join in to hold Pious Providence once he's done. Who is only the projector? Providence, please come help him hold it. They didn't come with the tripod, so that's their punishment. So what is our next question here? I have one here. Let's intertwine it. Let's talk about a silent partner. One partner becomes quiet whenever there is conflict. A husband and a wife have a disagreement. One partner wants to talk about it immediately. But the other one wants to withdraw and say, I'm fine, even though they are clearly hot. Now, that silence, is it disrespect? That silence, is it emotional shutdown? Is it fear? Is it an attempt to avoid saying something hurtful? Now, here's the question regarding that conversation. What emotion may be hiding behind the scene? What wrong conclusion might the partner take if you are the person now? And then you have a partner who is always gives that silent treatment, even when you say it's fine, it's okay. They never want to talk about it. How would you interpret that? Be very honest. Put yourself in that position. How would you interpret that? You have a silent partner. How would you interpret that? It's very disrespectful. He doesn't appreciate. He doesn't understand my emotion. He's not an emotional angel. There's a word like that. So how would you interpret that? Be very honest. At the heat of the moment, and then your man just says, it's fine, don't worry. Or he just walks out, he doesn't say anything, just steps out. He didn't address my emotion. That's why I like that guy in the gym. It's all right. So how would you interpret that situation? How would you? How can both parties create safety for communication? That is one thing to look at. Or some of you here, your friend suddenly withdraws. Your best friend. BFF. Is it BFF? Yeah. Yes, your bestie suddenly withdraws. A close friend stops calling, replying, or showing up like before. You notice your friend no longer checks on you. When you ask, they say nothing, I've just been busy, but their energy has changed. How would you judge that situation? There is no way in your existence in life that has not happened to you. How did you interpret that? You felt like, well, now there's me, I live my life, clock it. How did you interpret? How did you handle that? Because you think the world evolves around you. No, they should be emotionally there for me. They should, it's just, I didn't check on me. Did you check on her? I'm always the one checking on her, okay? But how would you, is your friend being proud, or are they tired of you? Are they hurt, overwhelmed, jealous? Oh, I noticed it was when I started having my new boyfriend. She just distanced herself. She's probably jealous. See, if 2 girls are walking, 3 girls, and then a car stops by and stops one, those other 2, they are your enemy as a guy. As to a guy, not all. Yes, not all. It's not a generic. Some people will find I have my boyfriend. But most times, someone they will just continue walking. They will leave their friends. I don't know why that is so. I don't know. But how many of you have noticed that? Like there are 3 guys walking. A car stops and they want to talk to one of them. The other 2 that he said, me, no, not you. Me, no, not me, no, not you. Me, not you. And then those 2, okay. They will leave their friend, and they walk off. And they just start going. Now, they will not even turn back. Yes, some will just stand and be in the corner. Insecurity too, yes. Some insecurity. Please, if you want to use and do something, I know they hear. Yes, for other. Yes, exactly. Cut. Yes, because they feel like they are not respected there. It's as a feeling. You understand? So there's so many things. But let's talk about your friend doesn't check on you for a while. Your close friend, people talk every day. How would you go to that person's DM? Now, wow. Is that how you go to? As in, how do you go to that person's DM to address how you feel and find out how they feel? Or what is going on? How do you do that? What you understand? How do you communicate that is important. It's a rhetorical question. Think about it. Yes, it's a rhetorical question. Let's look at another one, a jealous friend. A friend becomes cold whenever you share good news. You tell your close friend that you got a promotion, admission, business opportunity, or a relationship or breakthrough. They say congrats, and their mood changes, and they avoid the conversation. Can I tell you something? The only person on earth that can pray for you to be better than them are your parents. Yeah. I always tell people that, you see, like you talk about anger. Anger is not bad. It is how you channel anger that is bad. It's just like water. I told them on Thursday, water is not bad. But water can drown you. Does it make it bad? Can water drown you? But is water bad? Anger itself is not bad, but it can be destructive to you. Jealousy itself is not entirely bad. That's a topic for another day. I think there's a place in the Christian book and the Quran that tells you that the Creator is jealous. So jealousy itself, the only person that will pray for you to be better than them is your parents. That is true. Even your siblings will not pray that prayer. The same father, are you aware? So when your friend buys a car better than yours, congratulations. But your mind will quickly go to, Chai, I need to upgrade my car too. It doesn't mean you are a bad person. It's what comes to your mind. Or you heard that, your friend, they just engaged her. Oh, I wish that was me. But it doesn't mean you are a bad person for feeling that you are in that position of blissfulness or flaw. It's not bad. But what you do with it is what makes it bad. You start hating on her. Do you start wishing for her downfall? That is where the problem comes. So it's not the thing itself. It's not the emotion. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not the emotion itself that is bad. So let's say you have a jealous friend. How would you handle that? Or you have a friend who is over-dependent. A friend that always they need your attention every time. Every time they call you for their advice, they call you for support, call you for reassurance. Your friend calls you every time they are upset. Every time they expect you to be available. When you say they are busy, they'll say you have changed. How many of you have such people around you? How do you handle such people? These are critical things you must think about. How have you been handling them? I better go, Joe. Every time, you're always sending me voice notes. Your voice notes of 6 minutes, 30 minutes. I beg you. You're always complaining. Once you just check up on them, is a problem. Hello, it's been a long time. The next thing, they'll just start recording. You say, oh, God. How do you know that this person needs emotional, how do you handle that? That determines your emotional intelligence. If you're not in the right frame to listen to this, just please, I'll reply you shortly. There are ways to address that situation, okay? Okay, let's look at some questions here. What separates truly wise people from simply intelligent people? Okay, I think this question is talking about intelligence and wisdom, right? What separates intelligence from wisdom? When someone is intelligent and when someone is wise, what do we mean? I believe that the general conclusion to wisdom is that wisdom is the application of knowledge. Intelligence is knowing a thing. Wisdom is applying that thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So anybody can derive intelligence. You can know anything right now. You can go on the internet. But the application of that thing is what makes you wise. So what separates truly wise people from intelligent people is that wise people use their intelligence. Intelligent people, they are just intelligent. Have you seen people who are so smart, but you see, they know so much about money. They understand money rule and money law. They can tell you the 396 of money. They can tell you the numerology of money. They know all the cricum crackum, the ego aga of money, but their life is not a reflection of it. Have you seen them? Or you know people who understand everything. Or you have a best friend, she tells you a lot about relationship. She can advise you your relationship will last 10 years, 15 years. But 3 months, well, something happened though. Something happened though. So the difference between wisdom and that is that wisdom is the application of what you know. Wise people apply what they know. That is why there are people who are obsessed with knowledge acquisition. They know things, but they are not obsessed with knowledge application, the application of knowledge. For instance, let me give you an example. Knowledge is knowing that tomatoes is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to add it to your fruit salad. That's your application. I don't need to add this to my fruit. You are applying that knowledge. Though it is a fruit, but I'm making a fruit salad. I don't apply. That's wisdom. So what differentiates truly wise people is that they apply all that they know. So are you wise? Do you apply all that you know? You know that going to bed 10 a.m. or sleeping for 8 hours is good. Do you apply it? Do you intentionally drop your phone by 9? Because you have that knowledge. Look at the things you know. Do you apply all the knowledge that you know? You know that it's okay to read a page or a chapter of a book every day. Do you apply it? That's the question. So are you wise? You answer. Next question. What is it? When you are tired, let them know another person will come. Please show me the next question, please. Is this section helping you at all? Are you learning one or two? Okay. We can consider gaslighting and being genuine in emotional. It's the same question. No? I've seen this question before. Right? We can consider gaslighting. I've seen this question before. I've seen emotional manipulation. I said we'll treat it later. Yes, move the slide. I said we'll treat it. Is there any other question here? In my closest relationship, am I listening to understand, or am I just waiting for my turn to speak and defend myself? True, many of us will do that. Go and watch podcasts. There's one they did recently of about feminism, masculinity, in one popular. They call themselves. I think it's honest. There's honest in their name. I say Baba, you say Gida. Who called the name? It's not me. So. You understand that when one person is speaking, the other is listening to reply. That is, as you are talking, as you are saying something now. I'm not trying to understand you. I'm trying to gather facts to counter you. And you will always see what you search for. You would always see what you... It happens when you are debating Davido and Wizkid, Ronaldo and Messi. When a person is telling you about Messi's achievements, you are taking it. You know what you're thinking about? You are thinking about how Ronaldo too has that. You're not thinking about what is this person saying. That's not what your mind is luboing to you. How can I counter? And it is the major thing we do. But sometimes try to build. You see, the best way to be understood is to first of all understand. It's a solid. What's the word? Rudiment to go through. So, sometimes, especially with your spouse, there are some arguments that should just be banter. I will never agree that Messi is the greatest of all time. Things like that, I will give you aura for aura. Whether you win or I win, there's nothing that it will change in our life. So, we are having that banter to banter one another. Yes, you understand? But when it comes to, we are spouse, boyfriend, we must always converse to understand. We must all. That is very important, because the word misunderstanding is just the word that we are missing an understanding. That's the etymology of the word, and the word division simply means two vision. Di means two. Division, that is division, and that's the word for divorce. So when you are with your spouse, always try, or your close friend, that people you want to keep. You have to be on the same page. You have to be one vision, not division. How are you thinking? Why do you think that way? This is why I think. See, let me tell you. If you have a relationship or you are married, try to make sure every misunderstanding is a communication, not an altercation. It is possible that two people can have different opinions. It's okay. Let's work on it. It doesn't mean I'm right and you are wrong. Two rights can coexist. I've given you that instance. If I draw 6 here, one person is standing here 6, another person is standing seeing 9. Who is right in that context? They are both right. It's based on where I'm standing from. So always do everything to make sure that you listen to understand if you are trying to build a long-lasting relationship with someone. Do you understand what I just said here? Do you understand? You have a close friend. Listen to them. I know you have a comeback. You have a counter. What they are saying, it's not in consonance with you. I understand. And let me tell you, man, this is one secret. Let me tell you. Most women want what you want. They just want you to listen to also what they want. Sometimes, we as men, when they are telling us, listen. So, see, the problem that women do is that she's enjoying it as you are giving her aura for aura. You don't know, you are satisfying something in her. As she's saying ABC, you are saying DCE. You are saying GA, she say IG. She says GA, she say IJ. She's enjoying it. She may not necessarily be enjoying it, but you are feeling something. Have you not seen women who say, I left him, he's too nice? You've not seen? Women live relationship. We were not fighting.
It's boring. Everything I say is always accepting. It's not challenging me. It's not mine enough. I want a man that will need me. A man that will be engaging me. I don't know, there's a footballer, I think it's Kaka. His wife said, he's too nice. If you see the guy, do you know Kaka? Is he a Brazilian? Yes. We heard that his wife left him. When she was interviewed, he's too nice. He's too nice. I don't like it. No quarrel, no drama. Baby, let's do this. We do it. Baby, let's turn this way. Well, okay, my love. Okay, my love. So I think in between, there are two things. There's a difference between hearing and listening. You can be hearing what they are saying, but you are not listening to what they are saying. And it is that point of listening. I know you have something to say. I know that you are right. You have a backing to why you did not actually return that call. You were actually in a serious meeting. Do you know what I'm saying? You were in an important meeting. That was why your call bounced. But she just, when you finally picked, what is wrong with you? Now, you are looking at the action, neglecting the intention. And I told you what has triggered you is what's wrong. You, this small girl, what is wrong with you? I have your age at home. All of you know the words men say to women outside. I'm just saying that sometimes just listen to her. I've been calling you. Allow her pour out all the emotion. See, let me tell you, when you are even done, when she's done, when you try to intelligently explain to her the importance of the meeting and why you were not even with your phone and why she may not understand, Abby. I don't know who you are dating. She will quench, exactly. But let me tell you, the problem is that women have not poured themselves out. You are adding to it. Like, by the time they pour themselves out, you see that the femininity will come out, will show. When they say, you did not call me, but it took you 4 hours. That meeting, there's no way it was for 4 hours. That meeting, there was no way it was for 4 hours. You see them ranting, and then they start, babe. Listen. See, let me tell you, the truth is, as soon as they say that, you are angry. As soon as you attack, what is wrong with you? You have a reason to attack. Your reason is that you are right. You say you are right. You are saying that you have a reason to attack because you are actually in a very important meeting. I'm not the one providing for this house. It is from meetings like this that I get money to pay for that hair that you are wearing. You to pay for the house you are living. There are things you will say. But let me tell you, I guarantee you, if you switch to this, you will enjoy your relationship and your marriage. Just allow her finish. I know you have a comeback. Just wait. But if you try to talk to her, say, babe, I understand how you feel. Always make them the first. Babe, I understand how you feel. I'm sorry. Babe, I understand. When you be like, sweetheart, I understand how you feel. See, I know why you're reacting like this because you are not aware of the situation. I'm supposed to have told you that I was going for a very important meeting. I'm very sorry. I understand how you feel. You feel neglected. You feel like I'm always doing this all the time. But I'm telling you the truth, honey, it's not intentional. Except the woman is a cousin to the devil. She will melt. Except you are dating the cousin. Or the senior sister. The one that when the devil see, will say, Mingo. Please. Except the devil himself. Except you are dating, but there is nobody you talk to. Most women, they know you are right too. They just don't like your tone. They know you are right. They know in this situation, they are fucked up. They should have asked you first. Why didn't you pick my call? Because the most intelligent, emotional intelligence to do is that, I've been calling, why didn't you pick my call? It's a question. Curiosity before judgment. So the most intelligent thing to do is to ask question. But she has started ranting. What do you do? Remember, two people cannot be mad at the same time. When is the reverse? Conversely, you as a woman, your husband just gets home, is angry. You have to find a way. So most of us, we are waiting for your turn to speak so that you can win an argument. You treat every argument like a courtroom. You're always trying to win. In that case, you are not actually building your relationship. You are gradually destroying it. You are gradually destroying it. You have a guy who has trust issues. You're not cheating on him. But he will suspect you with the smallest situation that you are cheating on him. How do you handle such individual? You have a guy, you say it's not your fault, he has insecurity. When you meet that kind of guy, how do you handle such guys? Transparency is highly needed. The guy will still not believe. It depends on who you, like I said, it depends. There's no one way to that. Next question. What is the role of mentorship and personal development? It left to, where is it? I can't see the question anymore. We'll be closing it very soon. Please, has this been educative to you? It's not every time we talk about esoteric knowledge. Some knowledge should just be common. Because the things that are making us commoners are common sense. The things that are making common errors are because of lack of common sense. Sometimes just know how to deal with people, how to talk to your boss, how to talk to your spouse. Just understand their language. I saw one video. The guy said, women are so easy to please. Oh. He said, I want to show you. The guy was just walking. He picked a stone. I don't know if I've seen that video. He walked up to his wife and said, sweetheart, I was coming down and I saw this stone. And as hard as this stone, it just reminded me of how strong our love is. You said, oh, stone, oh! The man was like, women are not really hard people to please. What is going on? So, just know your partner. See, if you have been dating someone for long, 4 years, 5 years, after this class, initiate a first date again. Doctor, we have been dating for 6 years. Oh. Yes, have another first date. Yes. Sweetheart, are you going to take care of the bees or I'll take care of it? Regardless of, just take care of the bees. Or go out. Sit down in a good place. Talk to your spouse. Say, sweetheart, we are going out. Take your wife out, man. Take your girlfriend out. Women initiate the first date. Even though you have been dating for 4 years, 5 years. Say, sweetheart, this weekend, let's go out. Go to a restaurant and say, I want this to replace our first dates. Let's have a conversation again. Did you feel, you now have the questions to ask your spouse. Growing up, do you have sisters? How do you understand? There are ways guys who don't have sisters, there's the way they behave. You have to understand them too. He grew up with 7 boys in his house. When they are arguing, they punch each other. Or when they have issues, if they want to separate it, they'll say, oh, you see what man you do chess yesterday, they have settled. That's how they settle themselves. You cannot do that with a woman. No? If you 2 boys are having issues, and then they are quarreling, and then the next day, Ronaldo is a fool. They're settled. So what you talk? Commander Messi is the greatest. They don't have to say I'm sorry. So you have to understand how their parental dynamism was her father always there. Who does she love the most? Her mother. Okay. Know all these things not because you want you to judge them, but because you want to understand them. They are not your ex. They are not the men on social media that you think. They are not the women on social media I think. I know social media will make you feel like everybody is one person's experience is for everybody. One lady will come out with her own poison experience and pour it to 5 million views of ladies. And they will initiate and contaminate that virus that she has been through and claim that experience as though it's theirs. I'm not talking about any movement. I'm just sharing. For instance now, like I said, There's generational course, there's algorithm course. Algorithm course is the course that that was not in your family before, but social media gave it to you. It's not in your family before. Did your mother ever say to you that men has come? Your mother never said that. Did your father ever say to you that all women, they are ungrateful? Women are scorpions. Did your father ever mention that to you? Where did you get that from? Internet, someone else's experience. And guess what? With that ideology and philosophy, you will pass it to your children. Even when you don't know. All people say you pass it over. So right now we are dealing with two courses now, generational and algorithm course to the children, because you are exhuming things from the internet. One person's experience, they come up and say, this is how all men are. One person says, oh, I trained her in school for 7 years and she left me, and you were trying to take care of your hair. Everything is spoiled. So it's okay to get people's experience. It's okay to learn from it. But don't turn people's experience to become your identity. That's the problem. It's an experience you should be cautious of, not an identity you should put on. We went to barber our hair one day, and there was a lady who was talking to another guy. Oh, men are this, men are that. She was talking in his salon. It's a unisex salon. So while we were barbing our hair, the girl was talking about men. And when I was done cutting my hair, I asked her, the men in your life, are they like that? I mean, if you say men are like this, do you have that experience? Is your father like that? The boys you have dated, are they like that? Yes, it's some of them, but the men you have around you, are they like that? Oh, men don't speak for women. Have you seen me? Have you met me? Do you understand what I'm saying? So the understanding that you must judge, that those things can be experiences is fine, but don't make it become your identity. Okay, in the next 6 minutes, we'll be ending this section. What is the role of mentorship and personal development in the development of society and Nigeria at large? 100%. 100%. Personal development and mentorship is the next GDP of any country. Right now, we are conscious about what is under the soil, right? The natural resources. Soon, it will be the resources on top, which is you and I. GDP. The definition of GDP will change from gross domestic product to gross domestic potential. Soon it will be. So personal development is not something you should joke with. That is why you should be in a place like this. Did you hear what I said? That is why you should be just the same way you grow your spirit every Sunday or every Friday in the mosque. Just the same way you feed your body every day. Don't neglect your soul. A man is a body, spirit, and soul. Have you tried to stand a chair that is supposed to stand with 3 legs to stand with 2 legs? Have you seen that chair? If the manufacturer created a chair to stand with 3 legs, if one of those legs is dwarfed, will that chair be stable? Because in the original design, it's supposed to have 3 what? Legs. So a man is not just a spirit and a body. We are so conscious of our spirit and our body that we have neglected that we have a mind, the soul. We have neglected that there's a part we have to develop. And I can tell you, if you are consistent with us and you build your mind, build your personal development, build your potential and your capacity, you will see an equilibrium in your life and you will scale. You realize that the things you are praying for were just around you. Please put your hands together for XRISLID group. Please watch the time for me. What's the next question there? Scroll down, I think. Who are not on the same level. Yes, you understand. Yes. As an emotionally intelligent person, how do I interact with people who aren't on the same level of emotional intelligence with me? Okay? Now, it's fine. That is okay. But you have to understand. You have to know how they react and work with them. It doesn't make you a people pleaser. You know that in this situation, this person is supposed to understand you. But you feel like, I'm the bigger person. But you do that with children now. Don't kids do you say waka. Children will say shege to you. How do you react? Is that how you react? Or you say your father? Well, kids are kids, but let's leave that. But you just have to understand their emotion and hope that they grow. Teach them how to grow. Okay? Next question. In what taking place in our place of worship? Where is it again? Okay. Is what taking place in our place in what is what taking place in our place of worship be referred to emotional manipulation or emotional intelligence? I don't know the one you're talking about.
Is what is taking place in our place
of worship. Okay, what is taking place? Is it emotional manipulation or emotional intelligence? I don't know. I don't know what's taking place in your place of worship. I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's taking place in your place of worship. I cannot stand here and be the judge of what was happening inside your church or your mosque. I don't know what is happening. But one thing I know is that you should know. So I don't know what's actually taking place in your place of worship. I don't know. I don't know. Funny. Those people in Benin will be happy I'm speaking Benin. Benin, oh yeah! Ogba Tokpe, they'll say Sena. Exactly. If it's taking place here, you would know. Most of us, we are so fond of always believing that things they are too good to be true. Yeah, right? How many of you coming here for the very first time, you first wanted to do Kolobi? Like, these people, they are scamming. When I get there, they will not tell me that bring money. Or this could just be an avenue to tell us about marketing. Bring two people. How many of you had that thought? Be honest, it's okay, it's fine. Many of you it's okay, it's the society we live in. Don't say, if I go there now, let me just go for all righteousness' sake. But I'm this kind of people. They will be cunning. And then when you get there, they will tell you, we have a product that will tell you to become a millionaire, that you bring two people, that will bring another two people, and in 1 year, you will become Elon Musk. And so some of you first, they are using scam. When we get there now, they will not tell us to pay money. Right? Don't worry, we are concerned about transformation than transformation. It doesn't mean we don't like transaction. We like transaction, but we are mostly concerned about your transformation. Yes. Your transformation is important to us than your transaction. If you actually transform, truly, we don't have to manipulate you to support what we do. Who agrees with me? If you actually transform, we don't have to manipulate you. For instance, many of you know that we want to move because our space is no longer enough for us. Right? And we have a budget. So people have reached that. I will make this contribution to that. Did we force anybody? Did we try to manipulate them? But some people have reached out to say, I will contribute 100,000 naira to that. I will contribute 200,000 naira to that. I will contribute 50,000. So 20 people are, and we're not even talking about it. Because they know that this community and this group has impacted them. The best thing they can do is to give back. So we don't have to manipulate you. The transformation itself, we speak. And when you see that there is a need you can take care of, without manipulating, you will take care of it. Except you are the stepbrother to the devil. Please, are we out of time? Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. We do this every last Saturday. This is not how our meeting usually goes. Okay, in our meeting it's a lot of activities. Every Saturday we share opportunities. We share opportunities that will scale you up. Means of investment, skills to learn, job opportunity. We do that here every week. Some of we posted the one with United Airlines in Abuja, and I think one of our members here applied for it, and she has been called for an interview. Please put your hands together. So we post opportunities we come with opportunities that would improve your financial and economical well-being. We also teach you something about your health every weekend. So this is not, it's only who are coming for the first time. Let me tell you the truth, you have not attended our meeting. Next week, you will understand what we really do here. We have health care. We talk to you about your health, decisions you can take that will improve your health too. It could be sleeping. You know, we do different things. We talk about Africa. We learn something new about Africa every single Saturday. We talk a lot. We do deep thinking sections where we converse. Most of you experience it today. So that is essentially what we do. And if you are here for the first time, I want you to know that next week, in fact, you will understand fully fledged what we do, and you will enjoy yourself. Thank you very much, Abuja and Benin City. Enjoy the rest of your day.